I came to the office one day. I was still at Iowa State. It was in the summer of 1980, and my dad said there's a Decorah Jobs meeting, and I said, what the hell's Decorah Jobs?
The function of Decorah Jobs is to work as a development arm that ties together the city and private businesses to accomplish growth, development, and to maintain existing businesses that are already here.
Back in 1970, the community was trying to figure out a way for the city and the county to help adding new jobs to the community. So Decorah Jobs was formed.
It was really a good group because they had engineering, construction, concrete people, insurance people, finance people, lawyers.
A bunch of people who have established a formal group to get together and work on what we feel is the best interest for our community.
Number one, it's to maintain jobs that we currently have. Number two, it's to hopefully help jobs grow. And then thirdly, to bring in additional new jobs to the community.
We're here to create and retain jobs for the benefit of the community. I think the biggest project I've been involved in, and it's probably something that's been a major focus of jobs over the last 20 years, has been the business park that's up by the airport.
We've worked on the hotel, we've worked on Hy-Vee, we've worked on eco development.
Probably some of the more significant opportunities is when Toppling Goliath built a new brewery and production facility in our business park. That was a real jobs growth opportunity.
I'd been involved with the Trout Run Trail project a few years ago that has had an extremely positive impact on Decorah and bringing tourism and folks here.
We have generated a fair job environment, some directly through our efforts and some just through the growth of some of the businesses that have been facilitated over time. Some of the original businesses are still here that were done in the early 1960s and growing and trying to grow.
The roadblocks to development are, first you have to have an idea and a business that wants to make it happen. You have to have the location, the funding, the employees, and the financing to make it work. And Decorah Jobs works with the city and the county to be a facilitator of that kind of growth.
And as always in any community, you have to be patient because when you're talking millions of dollars to get utilities up a hill of rock, you got to be patient because it's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen if you're persistent. And I think that throughout the history of development of the town, we have been persistent, we have stayed the course, always with the intent of making it a better place to live and do business.
But today, it feels like, at least in the short term, the challenge is to find the workers as opposed to finding the jobs. I think we have done a really good job of creating some opportunities, and there are opportunities out there, but at the moment it feels like finding workers is as important as finding jobs for them to do.
So how do we solve the problem of bringing workers into our community? And Decorah Jobs is addressing that now with childcare and with housing.
We as a state have been providing a lot of money to help bring businesses into our state.
The impact of that is that it brings together a tremendous need for daycare and for things to do with young children, along with the idea of sustainability and treating our environment properly, because this building, their attempt is to make it a net zero building, as well as to provide space for nearly twice as many kids as we currently have at Sunflower. So it's an economic driver in many different ways.
It isn't just about jobs, it's about good jobs.
It's equality, and it's not just for the person employed, it's also for that family of that employee. They have to be able to thrive. They have to be able to move forward.
The jobs that we've recruited and brought to the community, most organizations are not going to be 500 people like what we've done in the past with Stanley, some of the bigger entities that we have in the community, but it's going to be a focus on good jobs and more involved with what's happening in today's world with technology and things like that.
And that doesn't mean you become totally selective. I mean, you give and take, and never judge a book by its cover, they say. Sometimes, if you can get an idea what that industry can develop into, it's worth taking that industry or that business in, because in 10 years or 15 years, they're not the same.
It's very difficult to compare one project to the next. You just have to be ready to make some fast decisions to try to capitalize on opportunities.
Everybody starts in a garage, starts in an office, so to speak. What you do is help them move forward from that and help them expand what they do. It's a never-ending process to keep a community vibrant, alive, and give it purpose and a good place for people to live and grow.